everybody! My warmest greetings to all of you. This is Miss Nichar and welcome back to Nichar's Educational Studio. Our frontliners are as brave as a lion. Oh, she's as skinny as a toothpick. On my first morning on the farm, I was awoken suddenly by the cock-a-doodle-doo of the resident rooster. In this video, we're going to talk about the figures of speech. Before we dive too deep with the various types with several examples of figure of speech, we need to understand the difference between literal and figurative language. Literal language means exactly what it says. You say exactly what you mean. On the other hand, figurative language doesn't. In here, you don't say exactly what you mean. Let's take a look at this example. He ran fast. That's literal. He ran like the wind. That is figurative. What does ran like the wind mean? It means to run very fast. In this example, ran like the wind is a figure of speech. What type of figure of speech? Yes, it's simile. Basically, in figurative language, you do compare, exaggerate, and understate the situation. You use similes, metaphors, hyperboles, personifications, and other figures of speech to make your writing more exciting. Now, let's get to know more and talk about the different types of figure of speech. In this video, we will learn the 7 most common figures of speech. Number 1, simile. Number 2, metaphor. Number 3, personification. Number 4, hyperbole. Number 5, alliteration. Number 6, onomatopoeia. And last but not the least, oxymoron. We shall discuss other forms of figure of speech in our next video. This time, let's get started with the most common one. Simile. A simile is a figure of speech that compares two unlike things using like and as. These two things must have one thing in common. Let's take a look at this example. Our frontliners are as brave as a lion. Here, we are comparing two unlike things, frontliner and lion, using the word as. And what is one thing that is common between both of them? It is bravery. So here, as brave as a lion is a simile. Let's have another example. The noise is like music to my ears. Here, we are comparing two different things, noise and music. The comparison is indicated by the word like. And what is one thing that is common between both of them? Noise produces sounds. Same is true with music. Let's have one more example. When someone says, he is as busy as a bee. In this example, we are comparing someone's level of energy to a fast-flying bee. He is as busy as a bee. A boy or a man is compared with a B using the word as. It means he is working hard, as bees are known to be extremely busy. As busy as a bee is an example of a simile. Let us move on to the next type of feature of speech, metaphor. Unlike simile, a metaphor is a feature of speech that compares two unlike things without using like or as. Let's look into our previous example of simile and let's try to convert it into metaphor. The noise is like music to my ears. That is simile. When we convert the sentence into metaphor, we just remove like and say, the noise is music to my ears. Let's look into some more examples of metaphor. The world is an apple. He is a couch potato. This refers to someone who sits and does nothing. She is such an airhead. Airhead implies she is not smart or doesn't think well. From the given examples, we can say that a simile is more direct comparison of two things, while a metaphor is indirect comparison. Now, let's look into the next type of feature of speech, personification. Personification is a feature of speech that gives human traits or qualities, emotions or feelings, and even actions to things that are non-human, like animals or objects and even ideas. Let us look into these examples. The flowers dance in a gentle breeze. Next, the leaves dance in the wind. In the two given examples, flowers and leaves don't dance. Humans do. The flowers and the leaves are both non-human objects and are given human characteristic, the ability to dance. Let's have one more example to make things even clearer. The angry flood waters slapped the house. People get angry, not flood waters. Also, the verb slap is a human action. So, these are examples of personification. Let's move on to the next type of feature of speech, hyperbole. A hyperbole as a feature of speech uses exaggeration to add a dramatic meaning to the sentence. Hyperboles add excitement and fun. A boring story can come to life or become comical with the use of a hyperbole. As a figure of speech, a hyperbole is usually not meant to be taken literally. I died laughing, not literally. So let's take a look to some common examples of hyperbole. First, this car goes faster than the speed of light. Wow, it's unbelievable and impossible, right? Another example, I am so hungry, I could eat a horse. One more example, this bag weighs a ton. So, these are examples of hyperbole. Let us now proceed to the next type of feature of speech, alliteration. Alliteration is the occurrence or repetition of the same letter or sound, especially consonant sounds, at the beginning of several words near each other. We can include tongue twister in this figure of speech. For instance, she sells seashells by the seashore. Do you notice the repetition of letter S or consonant S in the sentence? Yes. Let's have another example. Miss Warren was worried when Wendy was waiting. Do you notice the repetition of letter W or consonant W in the sentence? Of course, yes. This time, let's have one more tongue twister. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. A peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked? Do you notice the occurrence or repetition of letter P in the tongue twister? One more. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. A peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked? Alliteration sounds exhilarating, right? We're down to the last two common types of figure of speech: onomatopoeia and oxymoron. Onomatopoeia makes words from sounds. It is the use of words that imitate the sounds associated with the objects or actions they refer to. On my first morning on the farm, I was awoken suddenly by the cook-a-doodle-doo of the resident rooster. Cook-a-doodle-doo is a sound associated with a rooster. Let's have another example. Father burped loudly after dinner. Burp is a noise made by air released from stomach through the mouth. Onomatopoeia is a word that sounds like the noise it describes. Let's look into another example. The snake hissed at me as I got closer. What is the sound of a snake? It is hiss. In this sentence, we are using the sound of a snake hiss. It is an example of onomatopoeia. Let's have one more example. The tick-tock of the clock made the party stop. Tick-tock is a sound associated with an object, clock. So these are examples of onomatopoeia. Let's look into the last type of figure of speech that we'll be learning in this video. Oxymoron. Oxymoron is a type of figurative language that is apparently contradictory terms or contrasting ideas that are combined to produce a spatial effect. Let's look into some examples of oxymoron. Their wedding was an open secret. Here we can see two opposite words used in the same sentence: open and secret. Open secret is an example of oxymoron. Next example. There is a real love-hate relationship developing between the two of them. Obviously, this example contains a combination of two contrasting terms, love and hate. So this one is an oxymoron. Let's have one last example to make things clear. This is a genuine imitation Louis Vuitton bag. Here, we can see two opposite words used in the same sentence: genuine and imitation. When we say genuine, it means original or authentic, right? If it's genuine, then it cannot be imitation. If it is imitation, then it cannot be genuine. Thus, genuine imitation is an example of oxymoron. Finally, we're done discussing some common types of figure of speech. This time, I'll share you an easy trick to remember the 7 common types of figure of speech using the acronym SHAMPOO. S in our shampoo is simile. H stands for hyperbole. A for alliteration. M for metaphor. P for personification. O for onomatopoeia. And the last O for oxymoron. Don't forget your shampoo. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this one useful in understanding figures of speech. Until next time, bye!